Have you ever noticed that the moment you sincerely turn toward a spiritual life, everything seems to become more difficult? Just when you decide to walk the path of truth, challenges appear from every direction. Relationships are tested, the mind becomes restless, old fears resurface, and situations arise that seem unfair or overwhelming. You may quietly ask yourself, why is this happening to me now? I am trying to live rightly, I am seeking God, I am trying to be peaceful. This question arises in the hearts of many sincere seekers, and it often brings confusion, doubt, and even silent pain. It can feel deeply discouraging when you look around and see others who do not think about spirituality at all, yet their lives appear smooth and effortless. They seem untouched by inner struggle, while you, who are striving for truth, feel burdened with greater trials. At times, this can make you wonder whether the spiritual path is worth it, or whether God has turned away from you. These thoughts are natural, and you should never feel ashamed for having them. But what if these trials are not signs of failure, but signs of awakening? What if the very difficulties that trouble your heart are proof that your soul is growing stronger and more aware? The spiritual path does not begin with constant peace, it begins with honest confrontation with the self. When the soul awakens, it can no longer hide from its own fears, attachments, and unlearned lessons. Today, let us gently explore this truth together. Let us understand why sincere spiritual souls often face greater trials, and how these challenges are not meant to break you, but to prepare you. If you are willing to listen with an open heart, you may discover that what feels like suffering is actually a sacred invitation to rise higher in consciousness and closer to the divine. When a soul begins its spiritual journey, something profound changes within. Before awakening, life moves almost mechanically, guided by habits, desires, and unconscious patterns. One reacts to situations without deep awareness, flowing with the current of the world. In this state, life does not challenge the soul very much, because it is still asleep to higher truth. But the moment a person sincerely asks deeper questions about life, about God, about the purpose of existence, the inner sleep begins to break. Awareness is born, and with it comes responsibility. A spiritual soul is no longer drifting blindly. It starts observing its thoughts, emotions, and actions. It begins to feel discomfort where it once felt comfort. Old pleasures no longer satisfy the heart in the same way, and superficial happiness begins to feel hollow. This awakening can feel unsettling, because the soul is stepping out of familiar darkness into unfamiliar light. What once felt normal may now feel heavy, and what once felt acceptable may now feel wrong. Life responds to this awakening by presenting experiences that force growth. These experiences are not meant to punish, but to teach. Just as a student is tested after learning new lessons, the awakened soul is tested so that wisdom can become lived experience. Challenges appear to reveal how deeply truth has been understood, not how much has been memorized. In this stage, many seekers feel alone or misunderstood. They may wonder why life seems harder than before. Yet this difficulty is a sacred sign. It means the soul is no longer asleep. It is becoming conscious of itself, of its patterns, and of the divine presence within. From this point onward, life is no longer random. Every experience carries meaning, and every challenge becomes a step toward deeper awareness and inner freedom. As the spiritual soul grows in awareness, an inner light begins to shine more clearly. This light is not something others may easily see, but it is deeply felt within. It expresses itself as sincerity, inner longing, compassion, and a quiet strength that seeks truth over comfort. Just as light naturally draws attention in darkness, spiritual growth brings the soul into clearer view of life's testing forces. This is not because the soul has done something wrong, but because it has become capable of holding greater responsibility. Greater light invites greater testing because truth must be lived, not merely understood. When awareness increases, life gently asks, can you remain centered even now? Can you hold peace when circumstances challenge you? These tests are not designed to make you fall, but to help you discover how steady your inner foundation truly is. Without testing, spiritual strength would remain unproven, like a seed that never breaks through the soil. Many seekers mistake these challenges as signs that they are failing spiritually. In reality, the opposite is often true. The universe does not test what is weak, it tests what is ready to become strong. Fire does not destroy gold, it reveals its purity. In the same way, spiritual trials reveal the strength, patience, and faith that are already growing within you. When difficulties arise, remember that light cannot shine without contrast. Peace cannot deepen without disturbance, and faith cannot mature without uncertainty. Each test invites you to rise above reaction and rest more deeply in inner stillness. The soul that accepts these trials with humility and trust discovers that what once felt heavy slowly becomes a source of inner power, clarity, and quiet joy. As the soul walks deeper on the spiritual path, trials begin to uncover what still lives quietly within the heart. Many seekers believe they have surrendered, yet life gently reveals hidden attachments that words alone cannot remove. These attachments may appear as fear of loss, desire for control, emotional dependence, or subtle pride. They often remain invisible during comfortable times, but difficulty brings them to the surface with clarity. Spiritual trials act like a mirror. They do not create weakness, they reveal it so it may be healed. When comfort is removed, the soul sees where it still clings, where it still resists, and where trust has not yet become complete. This revelation can feel painful, but it is deeply necessary. Without awareness, transformation cannot occur. The soul must first see its chains before it can be freed from them. Each challenge asks a quiet question of the heart. Can you remain peaceful without this? Can you love without attachment? Can you trust even when outcomes are uncertain? These questions are not asked to judge you, but to guide you toward inner freedom. Every time you respond with awareness instead of fear, a layer of ego loosens its grip. Through these trials, the soul becomes lighter. As attachments dissolve, inner space is created for deeper peace and divine presence. What once felt like suffering slowly reveals itself as purification. Life is not taking something away to harm you, it is removing what no longer serves your highest growth. In this gentle but firm process, the soul learns that true security does not come from outer conditions, but from inner alignment with truth. One of the less understood truths of the spiritual path is that karma moves more quickly for an awakened soul. When a person lives unconsciously, lessons unfold slowly over many years, even many lifetimes. But when the soul turns sincerely toward truth, life begins to accelerate its teachings. This can feel intense, even overwhelming at times, yet it carries a deep and hidden grace. A spiritual soul is being prepared for freedom. Because awareness is growing, the soul is now capable of learning faster and more deeply. Situations arise one after another, bringing unresolved patterns to the surface so they may finally be understood and released. What might have remained dormant for years is now brought into the light of awareness. This speed can feel like suffering, but it is actually mercy in motion. Pain arrives more quickly, but so does insight. Emotional reactions surface, but so does the chance to observe them and let them go. Each karmic experience becomes a classroom rather than a punishment. The soul is no longer wandering blindly through lessons, it is consciously completing them. This is why the spiritual path can feel intense, yet profoundly meaningful. God does not wish to keep the awakened soul bound. Accelerated karma is a sign of divine help, not abandonment. Life is clearing old depths so the soul may walk more freely and lightly. When seen with understanding, these rapid challenges no longer appear cruel. They reveal a loving intelligence working tirelessly to bring the soul closer to liberation, clarity, and lasting inner peace. As spiritual trials continue, the soul slowly learns a profound lesson: outer supports cannot provide lasting peace. In the beginning, most people rely on circumstances, relationships, security, and control to feel safe. When these supports are present, life feels manageable. But the spiritual path gently loosens this dependence, not to leave the soul helpless, but to guide it towards something far more stable. Trials remove the illusion that happiness comes from what can be lost. When familiar sources of comfort weaken or fall away, fear naturally arises. Yet within this discomfort lies an invitation. The soul is being asked to turn inward and discover a presence that does not change with circumstances. This presence is quiet, steady, and deeply reassuring. It does not disappear when life becomes uncertain. Through difficulty, prayer deepens and trust becomes personal rather than theoretical. Faith is no longer based on hope alone, but on inner experience. The soul begins to feel supported from within rather than from the outside world. This shift is subtle but powerful. It marks the moment when dependence transforms into devotion. As reliance on outer conditions fades, a deeper relationship with the divine takes its place. The seeker learns that even in loss, something essential remains untouched. This realization brings a quiet strength and inner calm that no external success could ever provide. The soul no longer clings, it rests. And in this resting, true spiritual stability is born. As the soul passes through trials and grows in understanding, something beautiful begins to unfold. Suffering, when met with awareness, softens the heart rather than hardening it. The spiritual soul starts to see pain not only as a personal experience, but as a universal one shared by all beings. This recognition awakens genuine compassion, the kind that cannot be learned from books or teachings alone. Through struggle, the seeker learns humility. Through loss, the heart learns empathy. And through endurance, wisdom quietly takes root. These qualities are essential for true service, because only a heart that has known difficulty can truly understand and uplift others. Spiritual trials prepare the soul to serve without judgment, superiority, or false sympathy. A soul that has walked through darkness becomes a gentle light for those still finding their way. Its presence comforts without words, and its understanding brings peace without effort. This is why many spiritually awakened beings carry deep histories of challenge and sacrifice. They were not being punished, they were being prepared. When the soul is shaped by experience, it no longer seeks attention or recognition. It seeks only to ease suffering where it can. In this way, personal trials transform into collective healing. What once felt like pain becomes purpose. The soul realizes that its journey was never only about itself, but about becoming a vessel through which love, understanding, and quiet strength can flow into the world. Dear seeker, as we come to the end of this reflection, I invite you to pause for a moment and breathe deeply. If these words touched something within you, please know that you are not alone on this path. The struggles you face, the doubts that arise, and the silent tears you may carry are not signs of weakness. They are signs that your soul is sincerely growing. Every trial you encounter is shaping you into something more conscious, more compassionate, and more aligned with your true nature. Even when the path feels heavy, trust that each step is leading you closer to inner freedom and lasting peace. Remember, the spiritual journey is not about escaping life's difficulties, but about meeting them with greater awareness and love. When you feel overwhelmed, turn inward. Sit in stillness, offer your fears to the divine, and allow patience to guide you. What feels confusing today will one day become clarity. What feels painful now will soften into wisdom. Your sincerity is seen, and your effort is never wasted. If this message resonated with your heart, I gently invite you to engage with this space. Please take a moment to write a comment below and share what part of this video spoke to you most, or what kind of spiritual challenge you are currently navigating. Your words may offer comfort and understanding to someone else who is silently walking a similar path. Also, let me know in the comments what you would like the next video to explore. Is there a spiritual question, inner struggle, or teaching you feel drawn to right now? Your guidance helps shape future reflections, and together we can continue this journey of awareness and truth. If you found value in this video, please like it, share it with someone who may need encouragement, and subscribe to stay connected. Until we meet again, walk gently, trust deeply, and remember that the light you seek is already within you. Jai Gurudev.